into working groups. It is my duty to explain to you why you are breaking up into 4 groups to discuss 4 important priorities. In Mbagati in 2004, you spent 2.5 years discussing on how to accomplish the peace process. 2.5 years. But then you agreed in 2.5 years that you are going to have 18 priorities. Some of you were in Mbagati. You said confidently, we are going to have 18 tasks to finish the problem of Somalia. And you said, give us 5 years only, it will be finished. 18 tasks, 5 years. Then you'll see Somalia, that was one of the greatest powers in Africa. 5 years went. The 18 tasks remained untouched. But Mbagati gave us the transitional charter, which we are using. Thank you for the people who were there. Mbagati gave us parliament. Mbagati gave us the TFD. Mbagati gave us Chief Justice. So that was good, very good. But the 18 tasks in 5 years were never accomplished. But those institutions survived until today. For 5 years, for different reasons, we had to go to Djibouti. The ARS and the transitional federal government said Mbagati remain, charter remain, TFD remain, TFP remain, Chief Justice remain. But give us 2 years. These 18 tasks will be finished. So 5 plus 2 is 7. Plus 2.5 years of sitting in Mbagati is 9.5 years. The children who were born when you are sitting in Mbagati today are asking you, where are those 18 tasks going? What have you done? Of course, they'll ask the TFD, they'll ask the TFP, they look at the charter. Those children are now going to school. They're asking you. In Djibouti, I don't know, you sat for 2 months. Then, the 18 priorities were not happening, not going anywhere. The president and the speaker said enough is enough. We are not going to spend 2.5 years as we did in Mbagati, not 2.5 months as we did in Djibouti. We are spending 5 days. They spent 5 days in Kampala and they said yes. But what do you do with 18 priorities? We said we have to prioritize them. Out of 18, we have come with only 4 this time. 4 from what you inherited, we are coming with 4. We are not giving ourselves 5 years or 2 years, we are giving ourselves 1 year. It's only 4. And 1 year. It's reasonable. In Mbagati it was 18, but 5 years. Nothing was done. Now we are only with 4. You are going to discuss 4, only 4 this morning, so that we can finish this 4 in 1 year. This is the longest transition in history. Why transition? You deserve something permanent. You Somalis, you are proud people. Why transition? Today transition, tomorrow transition, Bagati transition, Djibouti transition, this transition. Now it's time to say 4 priorities to get finished with transition. And those priorities you have defined to reduce the 18 are very simple. Security. Who would question security? Go and discuss. Let's finish the job on the security front. We have AMISOM. You are building a wonderful army. You had the strongest army in Africa at one point. The biggest air force. The biggest infantry. The most sophisticated navy. Build that one. Minister, you can do it. But let's finish insurgency. We shall finish. Let's seek the help we are getting. We need a constitution. Who would question? Constitution, even if it's interim. But we need a constitution that will guide us. For 21 years you have had no constitution. The charter was again provisional. We need to reconcile. This is important. Reconcile with whom? With ourselves. And where there is no misunderstanding, let us just outreach. Let's be more us in this political process. So there is outreach and a reconciliation. Then the last one is very simple, but it's not that easy. Governance. We need to help this Prime Minister to give us a good government, an accountable government, a government that can provide services, a government that can be transparent and respectable. So these are simple 4 tasks. We have reduced 18 to 4. And this is what we are going to discuss. I sincerely hope you will do it so that we can finish this transition in this 1 year. Now, my colleagues, can you explain how the work is going to be done? Because there is this tremendous goodwill and they are ready to do the job. Give them the tools. Prime Minister, I want to assure you, we in the United Nations, we are here. As you can see, we are building very fast. And I want to be with you here before the end of the year, here in Mogadishu. And we, as you said, we shall respond and be with you so that we finish these 4 tasks quickly and get to another part, another phase of this great country. 600,000 square kilometers of territory. You are one of the big, even in terms of territory, you are one of the biggest countries in Africa, and the longest coastline in Africa, and the richest fishing grounds in Africa, and the most strategic placed country in Africa. The world is looking at Somalia. You are now at the history stage where you can make a difference. As you go in those 4 groups, you are making history. So those children who were born when the crisis started, and those children who were born when you are going to Magati, they can now look and read. Say, my grandfather, my uncle, my aunt was in Mogadishu, sitting in those 4 committees, and made a difference. Thank you.